I've heard you say you wanted to change your life and you wanted to change your life quick. Well, I've got you. Today we're gonna dive into some laws of power that will change your life in an instant. But before we go into this video, I want to make sure that you understand this. These laws are going to be toxic because if you want results quick, you're going to have to switch things up. And if you're afraid of being seen as the bad person, the villain, this video is not for you. But if you clicked on it anyways, maybe you should watch it just to see how toxic we're going to get. Anyways, we're all about strategy. So let's get into these laws of power that will literally change your life in an instant, but they're also guaranteed toxic. The first law of power that's going to change your life instantly is recreate yourself. Life is not about finding yourself. It's about creating yourself. And girl, you're not using your free will enough. That's why you're literally stuck doing the same thing. If you crave a big change, you need to make a big change. If you want instant results, you also need to switch something up like crazy. Here, the best thing to do is create an alter ego and throw yourself into that alter ego. Maybe you've been thinking your whole life about, oh, one day I want to bleach my hair. One day I want to wear this clothes because when I have everything that I want, I'm going to dress like this. Girl, you're going to have to start dressing like that now. You want your dream life to manifest quickly, but you also want your nervous system to be coddled. Those don't go hand in hand. You need to switch up your look, dye your hair, bleach your hair, switch the way you dress. If you used to dress classy, try some streetwear. Dress like the version of you want to be. Your body will adapt to it quickly, but only if you let yourself go there. The next law that's going to change your life instantly is act like a king to be treated like one. This one is more of a psychological, toxic mind bender because the truth is, people will never treat you like a queen or accommodate you like a queen if you do not carry yourself or look like someone who already puts yourself first. This does not mean that you have to wear like fur coats and look like every other self-help influencer out there and talk about how you hate men or something. You have to give yourself the treatment that you want because how you treat yourself, how you move, how you groove, it will teach people how they should show up for you. This also goes for time management, girl. This also means you gotta stop talking badly about yourself in public. When you do that, you will see an instant switch. And this also goes for talking about all the things people have done towards you. That is also negative self-talk. A queen would never freaking talk like that. You remove that talk, you change your life instantly. The next law is court attention at all costs. Do you really think you're gonna be able to get the things you want if you don't get more comfortable with visibility? Yeah, you're gonna have to be vain. You're gonna have to be show-offy. But it's only going to seem toxic to you because you think people that actually put themselves out there are bad people because you've been taught your whole life that you need to be humble. And now you're wondering why you're not getting everything that you want because being humble is never going to give you everything that you want. It's just going to make you more dependent on other people that will breadcrumb you so you stay dependent on them so that they can literally rely on your emotional and physical labor, your accessibility, and your efficiency. If you do not learn how to court attention and make yourself visible for who you are, say, I am that girl and I don't care what you guys think about me. I want what I want and I'm gonna get what I want. Then people are gonna tell you what you need to do for them so that they can get what they want. Get yourself some attention, but also be mysterious doing so, but mysterious can also be fun. The next law that's gonna change your life instantly is enter action with boldness. If you're afraid of being toxic and you're afraid what that's gonna do to you and you're afraid of what's gonna happen when you change your life, first and foremost, that fear is what's keeping your life from changing. Changing your life has nothing to do with being perfect. And if you enter action with boldness, aka you have the audacity to do whatever you want every time and just be yourself, you know what's gonna happen? When you dress like you, when you show up like you, the highest version of you, you know what? People are gonna overlook every single mistake because they think your personality is just going out there and trying something, doing something and being bold. Being bold will literally save you countless of times. Because people will be like, okay, this person is actually audacious. And when you're audacious, you can fall and get back up and fall and get back up. It's a part of your existence. It's a part of you. People don't expect perfectionism from someone who is bold. They expect experimentation and they expect things switching up, which means that things are not going to be perfect. And this will change your life instantly. We're back at it again with recreate yourself, just a little bit different. This time it's about rebirth. Every time you step into a new identity and you literally own that, you keep people guessing, you keep people hooked, and that already ties into more visibility. But it's also protection because that means people can't figure you out. And that's the boldness. You're supposed to be a formless freaking being. You're supposed to recreate yourself all the time, all the freaking time. All the recreations are literally happening right now. And most people will probably hate you for reinventing yourself, and that's when you lose them. That's when they'll start being super loud. That's when they'll start being like, oh my god, are you doing all of that? And that's when you know you're doing better, because most people are not willing to do the audacious things that you are willing to do, which is why sometimes it's just better to be audacious. Recreate yourself and step into action with boldness, which ties back to the other law we just discussed. People might think they figured you out, and boom, rebrand. Boom, something new. Like me making a whole song about labubus. The next law of power is play dumb. Learn to play freaking dumb. And you might say, I don't want to play dumb. People should know how smart I am. I want to show to people how smart I am. I want to prove it to them. The people that you're trying to prove yourself to, that you're trying to show how smart you are, these people are just here to make you riled up, to make you use all of your energy trying to explain yourself. When you play dumb, you create space for people who have to do more for you. When you over-explain yourself, you have to do more for them. That is why toxic, scarcity mindset men or people in general are always trying to tell women that, oh, well, you can do all of these things, because then women will say, yeah, I can do all of these things. And then they got someone to do all of those things for them, and they can just sit back and relax while the women run around and be like, oh yeah, I'm a woman, I can do everything. And they're like, oh yeah, sure you can, sweetie. Playing dumb protects you because you're saying, okay, what are you gonna do for me? Arguing with stupid people about how smart you are is just gonna make you both look stupid from a distance. Learn to play dumb, act confused, and your life will become so easy. But also, another thing about playing dumb is when you're a pretty girl, people don't always understand that you could be both pretty and smart. So they'll just want to try to argue with you, and they'll just keep you in the same environments over and over again, which is exactly why it's a good idea as a pretty girl to play dumb. Don't explain yourself. Go out and look a little ditz. Focus on all of the fun things. People want you to literally swim in your own sorrow of trying to show people how smart you are and getting frustrated with them. Because when you're frustrated with them, you don't have time and energy to have fun and create your dream life. People are literally getting you to use the law of attraction against yourself, because then you end up focusing on the fact that everybody around you is always trying to drag you down, instead of you focusing on how much fun you could have if you just let people sit in their own song. That's why it's such a good idea for a girl sometimes to just lean into her look. And when you focus on having fun and seeming a little ditz, people will freaking underestimate you, and that will leave you space and time to focus on yourself and exit the environments that you're trying to exit. Life changed in an instant. Learn to appeal to people's self-interest when you're asking them for help. No one's gonna freaking help you to create your dream life if everything that you're always talking about is, well, I went through all of this and this was so hard. You're a charity case to them. And a charity case is someone like you donate because it's like you feel kind of bad, but it didn't put you in a good mood to help them out. So you're only gonna help out if you're really obligated to. And that's what you're gonna be tied to, your identity. And that's not gonna push you towards your dream life. Is your identity the one of the person who always needs charity? No. You need to appeal to people's self-interest. And the easiest way to do this without you having to do anything is to recreate yourself and make yourself be bold. And as a woman, it's actually extremely simple to do this. You just need to make yourself look good. And look good doesn't mean looking like a Victoria's Secret model. It literally just means you need to look like you take care of yourself. Put on a little makeup. Make sure your outfit looks curated, like you understood what you did when you put on that outfit. Get your nails done. People will help you way easier because you appeal to their self-interest. You look like someone who already gets what you want, and that's gonna push you towards more of what you want. People can't push you in the direction of what you want if you don't look like it. So if you want people to help you, look like you expect people to give you that help already. This goes out for all of my neurodivergent girlies. If you want to get your life to change instantly and get people to help you, get people to give you accommodation, even get all of the opportunities that you've ever wanted, you gotta dress and show up like the version of you who gets exactly that. And you gotta start talking like it's already done, instead of saying, I wish someone would do that for me. When you're out and about talking to people, say, I love it when people do this for me. It's gonna feel fake to you in the beginning, but then you're gonna see signs of it from the universe. The universe is literally gonna start giving you everything. I started saying, I love when money shows up for me. Do you not think I started finding money on the street? It's basically the law of attraction. People are gonna be more inclined to help you when you look put together, when you look nice, especially when you're in abundance energy and not scarcity energy. The next one is use absence to increase respect. The reason why you probably don't feel like you have any energy for yourself to create your dream life and why you're stuck doing the same thing is because you're not spending enough time alone. If you removed your energy from everybody and their mom and your mom, and please don't text them that you're gonna be removing your energy from them for a little while. Just remove it. First and foremost, you will realize how much your own energy actually matters. You realize how much of all of the things that you are dealing with are actually in your head. Because when you can't talk about all of the things that are going wrong in your own life to other people, you'll actually get pretty tired of yourself hearing yourself talk negatively about all the things going on in your life. And you will switch that energy around. And when you realize the power of your own energy, you will also respect your own energy more. And then the next time you step into a room, you step into your parents' house or whoever's house, you will carry your own energy with respect. You'll actually understand your energy much more because you sat with that energy and understand the essence of it instead of giving it away. And another law of power you need to use to freaking change your life instantly is use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. If you're trying to change your life around, it's probably because the life you're living now is not really what you want. You're probably triggered by people. You're probably feeling like everybody and their mom's again. You know what? All of these people are going to continue triggering you unless you let them exist in their own void of whatever it is that their opinion is. What's probably taking off most of your time and your energy is fighting with people over things that they're not going to change. Don't give them the satisfaction of winning over you or making you frustrated. Instead, nod your head and let people do what it is they want to do. Let people talk themselves out so that you can get peace. Surrender. That doesn't mean that you agree with everybody and their mom. It just means you understand that you're not going to get to the point in your life where you can have whatever you want by arguing with people about things you don't want in your life. That's literally using the law of attraction against yourself. So removing your energy and letting the energy fizzle out by surrendering is key. And the last one we're going to focus on is freaking never appear too perfect. The reason why you're probably never taking action towards getting your dream life is because you expect everything to have to be perfect. You want to appear perfect to yourself, and that's why you're never doing anything. And then you get really frustrated with yourself about not getting up and doing anything. And then you say to yourself, oh, you never do anything. And then that doesn't make you do anything, does it? You need to never have to be perfect because perfectionism doesn't freaking exist. And when you also don't appear perfect to everybody else, when you literally are the type of person who has kind of like an embarrassing story, learn to make up some embarrassing stories, by the way. Or you're just like the type of person who's a little kooky. People are going to be like, oh, okay, this person's not perfect. You're going to have your nervous system relax so much more. And you're also going to be the type of person who just moves quicker because it's not dependent on things being perfect. You're dependent on getting things done. And when you appear not perfect, you're not going to appear better than others. And then people are going to leave you alone so you can focus on your self-growth. And then you will win in the long run. So there you have it, guys. You probably realized these aren't as toxic as you thought they were because changing your life instantly is not as toxic as it seems. But in order to change your life instantly, you need to realize some truths that might come off a little toxic in the beginning because you're not used to doing any of this. But it's not toxic. You just need to step into the new version of yourself that you're afraid of stepping into, and that's why it feels toxic because you've never done it before. It's like trying a neon green dessert that you think is skincare. You think that toxic, but then when you taste it, it's like, oh, this is sweet. That's how this advice is. It's sweet when you get to the bottom of it because you realize, oh, none of this is actually toxic. It's literally just you controlling your freaking energy and creating your dream. So you in the long run can actually show up better for other people because you can never show up for other people unless you show up for yourself first. So go ahead, be a freaking toxic girl. Be toxic, be crazy, be dumb, be bold. Go out there, do something. Change yourself now.